could be because he it was like they were talking about how he was like comparing atoms and cells. He had an image about that, and then it was starting to break, and then he couldn't hear. It, it sounded like he was underwater in another like another world or something.
Yeah, good thinking. You were really checking for understanding. All right, do we know any characters so far? I think we know the setting is what you think it's that's hard to I don't think we know right now other than he's going back in time maybe.
Well, um, some characters are Jonah, Chip, Kathleen, and I'm pretty sure Dimly and JB.
Yeah, and who do you think those are all main characters are going to be?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think that this seems like a good fit book for you because you really read it very well, and you were fluent and you had a good expression. So it seems like it's going to be a good one. And I think you were doing a great job of checking for understanding, and I think you do understand about literary elements like the setting, the characters, the plot, and the theme. Let me ask you this: did you read the back of the book before you started reading?
Mm-mm.
Let's do that and see if it gives us a little more information, and that I think will make the other stuff even be more helpful. I'll put this right. Oh yeah, you got a good bookmark too. All right, let's read this and see what it says. Oh, I think that's going to give us a clue about some of the characters too.
It says 13-year-olds Jonah and Chip are reeling from the news that they're both missing children from history.
Oh my gosh, this is a mystery, isn't it?
Kidnapped from their proper time period when JB, a time purist, zaps Chip and Alex and other boys back in time, determined not to lose their friends. Jonah and his sister grab Chip's arms, and they also end up in the 15th century.
Well, this is going to be a good book. So that's in the 1400s. If it's the 15th century, that means instead of like today's like 2012, and then the period before that was like 19 something. Well, this is back in 14 something. It's a long time ago. Keep reading. I loved it. This is helping me.
Chip's true identity is Edward V. King of England.
Oh my gosh!
And Alex is his younger brother, Richard, Duke of York. It's good to be king until Chip discovers that his uncle, Richard of Gloucester,
Yeah, it's Gloucester. This is in England.
plans to kill them and seize
gosh.
the throne for himself. If the kids can fix time, JB will allow them to return. But how can they get home safely when history claims that Chip and Alex were murdered?
Oh, this is a good book.
In a riveting novel that climaxes on the battlefield at Bosworth, readers are sent to an unforgettable moment in history and the adventure of a lifetime.
All right. Are you excited to read it now?
Yes.
Yeah. Me too. Were there any words there that caught your attention that you might want to tune into?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Let's see.
Because I saw you stop and kind of look at some.
I really like the word purist, because I don't really know what a time purist is.
Okay, and let me write that down because this will kind of go along with your spelling word that you're doing in a way. Not that pattern, but let me just jot this down here. This comes from the root word of purist is pure. Does that help you know a little bit about maybe what that is? Somebody's pure.
Like whole?
Oh yeah, and they really believe in something. They believe in something and they're not gonna vary from it. Like, let me think. Miss Petty, you can help?
Purist, That's a hard. That's
Yeah, we
a,
might have to look some of
yeah.
these up. But he says he's when JB, a time purist, making me think like he really likes to send people back and forth in time, or is he like one time zaps Chip and Alex, another boy, back in time? From their proper time period. I'm having trouble.
I don't know. That was a good word to
It's
pick.
a very
'cause I
good
think-
word because it does have something to do with the real meaning of the book about sending them back in time. But I'm not quite sure how to say other than he must really think you need to go back into certain time and act like that. Or
Sounds like something maybe as we read we might
we
figure
might
out.
find out a little bit more. But I'm going to write that word down,
Yeah.
that we will look at it. And I'll put purist, and I'm going to put the word pure. And between now and next week, maybe we'll have a better understanding about that. Well, I'm very excited. You are a great reader.
Thank you.
Wow. I mean, this is going to be fun. I'll get to learn about this. So how long do you think it's going to take you to read this book? Let's set a goal.
Probably. About. Because sometimes I can just. Sometimes it takes me longer to read skinnier books than this. And then usually when I have books like this thick, it doesn't really take me that long.
Did you get so interested in them or what?
I don't know, it's because sometimes, like Miss Carpenter told us, sometimes the words, sometimes it may not like have pictures, but the words, just, I like the words a lot, so it just makes me want to see what's on the next page.
You get kind of sucked into the book. You're really wrapped up in it. Well, you think you could finish it by next week?
Maybe.
You want to put that as a goal? Because I think it's a long book, and I think that would be a good goal to read this by next Thursday. But if you don't get upset about it, all right? I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put down that we will try to finish this one on, today's the 3rd. We'll try to finish it on the 10th. And if you finish it before then, you can start a new one. Or if you don't finish it, I'll just check back with you. Well, this was great, Lemire. Thank you so much. So I'll see you either next Wednesday or Thursday. I'll try to make it Thursday so it'll be a nice week at a time. You keep reading like that. You are very